I'm standing in a timeless dream of lightness, of pale amber rays. Feels like I'm lost in a deep cloud of heavenly shade, touching, discovering you. Those days of warm rains come rushing back. Hello, everybody, and welcome. We're gathered here today to celebrate the union of Richard McClarn and Kate Ellertson. For anyone that doesn't know me, my name is Bradley Machov. I'm a longtime friend of Richard's, and I'd say it's fitting of our friendship that someone who looks a little bit like Jesus asked a Jew to officiate his wedding on Rosh Hashanah, one of the most important days in the Jewish calendar. But I'm happy to be here. I was very honored to be asked. Because I'll be honest, I didn't actually think this day would ever come. Richard and I have both known each other for over a decade. We were both single guys in the early years of that friendship. We're swiping the apps, exchanging dating stories, and while I tried to craft tailored messages, decently tailored or so, to potential matches, Richard took a bit of a different approach. He challenged everybody to a duel. I frankly didn't think it would work, but here we are. And after meeting Kate, it was instantly easy to see why she accepted his challenge. In the time I've spent with Kate, she's proven to be just as goofy and up for a laugh as any of us improv comedians that Richard calls friends. I've also seen Richard, a cave troll allergic to sunlight, really take to this human thing since meeting Kate. He's noticeably happier, more organized and responsible, and just, generally more human-like. Kate, I obviously didn't know what you were like pre-Richard, but thankfully I had some help. I asked your families to tell me a little bit about both of you, both individually and as a couple, and I noticed some common themes. Kate, everyone thinks you are loving, loyal, authentic, and a common thread was about how you take no prisoners and suffer no fools. You're adventurous and fun, but willing to get sensitive and sincere when needed. You love to bring people together, but also comfortable in quiet introspection. Richard, your family like that you're kind, humble, charismatic, and funny, which I don't really see, but you make fun situations more fun, uncomfortable situations funny, but know how to be comforting in hard situations. And literally everyone gushed about how you're a perfect match together. You're both easygoing, but communicate openly and honestly. You're both up for adventure, but also happy just staying in for an all-night board game competition, even if that means fitting 2 people and 2 pets into a 1-bedroom apartment during the middle of a pandemic, including with walls that don't go up to the ceiling. From your first date, when you walked and talked for 5 hours, to today at your wedding, the ways in which you care about and care for each other continue to impress and inspire all of us here. Some of us don't quite understand how it works. Some of the jigsaw pieces don't quite look like they fit together. But you complement each other's strengths and weaknesses. You are each other's biggest cheerleader and closest friend. And no matter what comes your way, it's clear that you'll face it together. I'm certainly not alone in saying that I'm proud to call you my friends. And with that, it is time for exchanging the vows. Kate, you're up first.
If I cry, I'm really sorry. I don't know much. I don't know what I want in a career. I don't always know the right answers or what I want to eat. But I do know you. I do know that you are my present, my future. I do know that I want you every day, a part of every milestone. This I'm sure. This I know. I'll get through it. Your heart is so pure and filled with love and generosity. I feel that love for me every day, never wavering, always steady. With every hardship or obstacle we run into, you never shut me out. When I'm overwhelmed, you always calm me down. Life is easier, better, when doing it with you. Before my vows, I have to say thank you, because these past few years together have been an incredible gift. Thank you for always making me laugh, and when I'm not in the mood to laugh, make me smile. Thank you for being my biggest cheerleader, believing I can do anything I set my mind to. Thank you for hiding hot Cheetos around the house for days when I'm sad, angry, or mad. Thank you for always being up for my creative and impulsive activities, and for never making me feel anything less than amazing in your eyes. Just thank you. Now for the vows. I vow to forever buy you kitchen gadgets. I vow to always love you, even when your impressions drive me crazy, including your Joker impression and German guy. I vow to always take care of you when you're sick, hold your hand when you need reassurance, and give hugs when it all feels too much. I vow to always make our love a priority, even when life gets chaotic or hard. I vow to continuously tell you how much I love you all day, every day, never wavering. But most importantly, I vow to love you until the end of time.
And now Richard.
Hi. I love you. I spent over 30 years thinking that I would never find anyone who I was compatible with. And then when I met you, you changed that all within a month. I may not be a love at first sight person, but you taught me that I am a love at first finding out that they also fall asleep to the show Frasier person. We are the few, the proud, the very specific. From dating during a pandemic to moving in together, leaving jobs, going on vacations, losing loved ones, Costco to HelloFresh, New York to Bayfield, Wisconsin, Omaha to Mantrap Lake. The more time we have spent together, the more our lives have become connected, the more grateful I am for your presence in my life. You are the love of my life. You are everything I could ever ask for and more, significantly more. You support me, but you also tell me when I'm doing something stupid. You push me, but you comfort me when I'm feeling overwhelmed. Most importantly, you've always helped me be the best version of myself. I don't recall exactly when this happened, but we hadn't been dating long when you took it upon yourself to point out that I have a few gray hairs at my temples. There aren't many. But they are there. I didn't handle it well at the time. I made a bunch of comments about going to CVS to pick up Metamucil and fill out my AARP registration. But now, I love my gray hairs because they mark my time with you. Going gray with you sounds amazing, and getting older sounds scary, but getting older with you sounds wonderful. I love you so much, so here are my vows. I will always love you. I will always support you. I will always tell you when you're doing something stupid, because we all need that sometimes. I will always encourage you to be the best version of yourself and comfort you when you are feeling overwhelmed. If you falter, I will help you get back on track. I will always be there for you. I will always buy you flaming hot Cheetos and hide them around our house so that even on the hard days, something good happens for you. I love you, Kate Ellertson. My bad. I love you, Kate Ellertson, and that's the most important vow I make to you. I will love you on good days, bad days, mediocre days, rainy days, days with smoke that comes from Canadian wildfires, days when we're feeling lazy, days when just one of us is feeling lazy, days when I'm at my worst, days when you're at your worst, and when we're both at our worst. That's when I vow to love you the most, because it's getting worse. Thank you. Oh, thank God. This is going well. So, I've told you many times that you're my person, but today I want to make sure to tell you that I'm your person. I love you. Please marry me.
And now we have a reading from Kate's mom, Jody.
Well, I cannot eat any of that. But I just wanted to say. Kate and Richie. When our daughter was on her search for her one true love, she had told me that she was looking for the kind of love that she saw in her parents. Well, God has put a word on our hearts today that was spoken to us 40 years ago at our marriage ceremony, agape. God speaks of this type of love many times in the Bible through the writers of St. Matthew, Corinthians, John, to name a few. Agape love is patient and kind. It does not keep records of wrongs. It is not self-seeking, easily angered. It is a one-of-a-kind love, empathetic, unselfish, and genuine concern for each other's welfare. It is loyal and faithful, which gives us trust. Trust to live our lives out without worry of abandonment, to know there is always each other to lean on, our biggest cheerleader in life. A love that is not just words and talk, but shows in action, like Heidi and Cheetos, actively doing for each other each and every day, noticing and appreciating each other's actions that are silent but done with so much love. It is unlikely that you'd be standing here tonight if you did not have that type of love. Sometimes the reminder of that special word might be necessary to remind you of where you started. Our family, and now our tribe, as Richie's mom, Kathy, stated on our first meeting, all see the love that you have for each other. Your tribe is here today, and we are so blessed by the two of you. Agape.
It's now time for the exchanging of the rings. So if I could have someone give Kate Richie's ring. Kate, do you take Richard to be your lawful wedded husband? Will you love, honor, and cherish him in good times and bad, in sickness and in health, for as long as you both shall live? Another ring for Kate. Richard, do you take Kate to be your lawfully wedded wife? Will you honor and cherish her in good times and bad, in sickness and in health, for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Kate, Richard, by the power vested in me by the state of Minnesota, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Give it up for the new couple.